my mom ever gave me the lecture. The logic here is I don't want you to be calculative with me. 你要给我3块我是给 but 我要你给 and that's the logic here. But what if you touch wood okay, that if let's say the economy goes whatever the hell it wants, you are now currently still holding the thing, but you're moved out, right? You're at the age, you moved out, you have a family. Your parents low-key hidden agenda still wants you to contribute, and you have this nagging feeling inside that you just I don't want because you expect me. Like will it turn sour?
Okay, so personally my experience is, so there was a period where I stopped giving. So okay, when I first started working, I started giving them a few hundred. My mum basically, I started giving her a few hundreds every month. So in between there was a period where I was having some medical issues like eczema. So initially I didn't know it was eczema. So I went on to I tried to solve the issue by going to all the different to buy different packages to help to cure it. But end up these packages cost a lot. Like as you all know, right? Like one package costs like few $1,000s. And then I end up spending like over 10,000 plus $20,000 on all these things. But end up I didn't even
fix the problem.
I didn't even fix the issue. Yeah, so that point I felt like I used up a lot of savings on it. And then I felt like I was in a situation where the amount of money that I give them could go back into my savings. Because I don't feel stable without like much savings . So I did tell my mom like that problem. And then I think that period she was, for the like 1-2 months, she was quite understanding that I need to stop giving. Then I think subsequent like few months later, then she started saying again, like, when are you going to give me money? Or like, when are you going to give again? Like, I see you always buy things like you know money to give.
Yep.
Like, it's not like it's not the purpose, it's not the point of like me buying clothes. It costs me what, $30. And I feel like I work every month, every day so hard, right? Like, why can't I spend that money to buy something and make myself happy?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's that part where she was expecting and asking why I never give that makes me unhappy.
Okay, I'm gonna take the controversial stand of later gonna get hamta in the studio, but I think it's a maturity issue. Like at first I also think like that. My money I spend my work hours getting hamtam by the boss, hamtam by the client. Why can't I buy some stuff that I like? I give you 少100你又没有用的 like 多100少100一样 what, right? But as you grow older, you realize that the money in itself has zero importance. They want to receive it not because they need it. They want to receive to brag about it. To know that 2, you're doing well. You can afford this kind of things. 3, to sometimes when they spend that money for like random nonsense that they normally wouldn't because they have been like scrimping and saving to bring up the house that now they can get to enjoy. And when they buy, it's not like haha I got money to do it. It's haha my kids bought it from me. And that's what usually my mom tells me when she go and buy randomest things from Shopee. And you'll be like, oh, you know the allowance, I go and buy this on sale, I'm very happy. I'm like, you buy random like doorknobs and shit. Why would you need that? And I'm like, oh, but I like like, cause now I get to buy the things that I like. And I think the way I see it is that I will have infinite amount of time in the future to buy things I like with my own free income. But I am very obviously aware that parents will die. Right? And when you have that mindset, and I wouldn't call it mature, maybe I'm just having trauma, right? But when that happens, you realize that their happiness and your happiness can always be gained from other places. But now their life has been set in stone. They've gone through most of the life journey. If you give them like that, right, they happy, easy, no. But then you maybe like this week you sian cause the dress on sale, $30. Could have bought it. I would have happy. I could have worn it. People will call me best dress. But you give your $30 and your mom go and buy ikan bilis. To her, maybe she has never eaten that kind of things, and she wants to like make the meal slightly better for everyone else, right? And that's happiness to them. You feeling your own sacrifice, like if I give so much when I need to save it for, then I would think about the fact that you need to understand currency, cash, has no value in itself. It is always for you to exchange into something. And if there's an opportunity for me to buy happiness, I will always do it, right? And my happiness can be multiple places. I'm pretty sure that each person's way of spending money to make yourself happy, like retail therapy, can have different price range. Sometimes you buy small things, you're happy. But to them, I would just consider it as that's retail therapy for them and that's the cost, right? And just
Yeah, well, I think you make a lot of good points, but I feel that your situation is because I'm assuming that your mom requires this financial support.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay, because you mentioned like, oh, if your parents need to buy like ikan bilis for their family. And
Yeah, it's
stuff
all
like that.
auxiliary. Like we have good meals. Then when I give her like spare budget, she'll just go and buy even grander meals.
Oh.
Yeah. So that is for her to have the ability to be very comfortable with I got that spare money to spend however I want. Like the same thing with when you did your savings plan well and your like free income, right? Your like spare income is big. Then you can bomb on something, And that feeling of retail therapy is good for you, But you can also give that joy to your parents, And that's what I think the filial piety money is for, It's for them to, they don't need it. That if push comes to shove, you tell them you really broke, right? You got no job, right? They won't want it also. But because you are giving it to them, they will have the kind of same joy of retail therapy that I have for them. That's how I see it. So I don't see it like a financial burden of like, 我的钱, I should have saved it, but now I give to you, it's no longer my money.
Yeah, but I think the situation probably, okay, like you said, she doesn't actually need the money. But I don't know, for my case, right, I think maybe in my own situation, a bit difficult for me to think the same way as you. Because they earn like times don't know how much of my salary.
Okay.
It's like, I cannot compare to them. My $100 to them is like
chump change.
Yeah, they will look at it and be like, what am I gonna
That's
do
cute.
with this $100? Yeah, like it's like, oh, thanks for the peanuts, like yeah, I mean, I am in this, of course, this is a very privileged thing to say.
Yep.
But I mean, given the fact that I am in this situation right now, it's just doesn't make sense for me to give like my measly cash can
Yeah, I think okay.
can contribute to a lot more.
The mileage will vary for you a lot better than being in your parents' hands, essentially.
Yeah, so it's not like, and then my mom also don't cook, so so I also cannot relate to your analogy or your story because she doesn't cook, so the money she take, I don't know
where it goes.
No, she literally said she's going to save it for me. That's all. She's not even going to use it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So a bit. Not the same kind of situation, I guess. Yeah.
I feel it's not about the maturity also, like having retail therapy and stuff. It's more of like being a parent, right? If I'm a parent, if I know that my children is having difficulty, then I wouldn't expect it from them lah.
I think she's coming more from the parent perspective.
Yeah, because let's just assume then that the parents have money, right? They don't need it, but they still expect it from you. The bank is 6-7 digits, 你还跟我讨100块.
No, it's because it's not like, okay, so for my own personal thing is, even if I give her that few hundreds, it's not like she'll make a grander meal. Like the meal is going to be the same every day. Like this amount that she takes from us, right, it's actually to save towards her retirement. So that to her, the next time she don't need to like depend on us. Yeah. So while saving for retirement, at the current stage when your children is having difficulty, then out of love also, it's like how we give out of love, you also out of love have to be understanding lah.
I mean, yeah lah. I mean, parent-child relationship can be two ways lah. But I'm saying the way of the way I use the word maturity is a bit strange because it's kind of like a different set of mindsets. Because they don't need the money, right? And they want that gesture to be monetary for a very specific reason, right? And it's not about the fact that 他靠你 like 养他. It's more of you want that money to go somewhere, like I put the money in, something must happen, right? It cannot just go into a big pool, like one drop of water in a big pool. What's the point of giving? Yeah, I can understand, like when you are doing your calculations, like that money in my bank account or my financial planning would have so much more impact, right? So that is a very young adult, I'm trying to figure out my life kind of situation. The older generation, I feel, has the concept of you are paying an X amount, right, to achieve happiness. Happiness has no price tag, right? It doesn't matter whether or not the money is spent, you thrown in a cup. I don't care. I'm giving it to you because I can tell you that I am well-to-do. I'm giving you as a token. I cannot physically give you love. So this is just a token. Means the money has no meaning to me. I can treat it as I've never earned it. And that's the way we see it, so that we don't 计较, right? Because if you start counting the fact that my parents earn like 50 billion and I earn $4, I give them $1, that's like 25%, but like 0.00%. You're being calculative with family, right? And my mom ever gave me the lecture. The logic here is I don't want you to be calculative with me. 你要给我3块我是给我罢了 but 我要你给 and that's the logic here.